So I want to show you how this mechanism works, because that's important to know. So this is the basic. I'm going to do another one. Actually, I'm going to do actual card, because I have things I cut here. Barbara is saying I made that card, the one for Halloween, Barbara. Yeah, it might look intimidating, but it's really not. Yeah, it's so easy to do. So what I wanted to, first of all, what I want to tell you first, that for this die, so you got the die, and this is when you die cut it, it's going to look like this. I'm going to try to like just go through the basic of this, and you can look on this video later. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Yes. So yes, I'm going to show how it works. So along with this die, you also need circles. And if you have this circle, our circle already, the stitched nested circles, I'm gonna show you what you'll need from this. Just make sure it's not double stitched. So we have two different types of circles. One is just stitched nested circles, and one is double stitch circles. See how it has stitching on both sides? This is not the one that you need. You'll need the stitched nested circles. If you want to purchase this die, again, 25% off, don't forget if you need to order it. If you already have some other circles, I'm gonna measure the ones that I'm using. So I'm using the 1, 2, and 3. So the 3 largest one from this set. So 1, 2, and 3, these are the ones I'm using from this set. So I'm gonna measure them for you, because you might have already some other company's dies, and it doesn't have to be ours, right? These are just circles. So the largest one measures 3.5. So 3.5 diameter, if you want to like take a note, 3.5. Then we have 3 inches and 2.5. So they're like half an inch smaller. So 3.5, 3, and 2.5. So if you take the largest one, the 3 inch, and then 2.5 inches, and die cut them together like this, that will give you, do I have it here? That will give you the ring. And this circle is going to come out of it. So when you die cut it, you're going to die cut it like this. See, now you have the ring, and now you have this piece here. And then you're going to die cut one more just individual circle from the 3 inches size. So so you have the ring, you have larger circle and smaller circle, okay? Make sense? I'm gonna show you with the circles first, but then I'm also gonna show you that you can also even use this that comes in your set. As you can see, I used it here. So I'm gonna show it to you. So first, I have my card here, and I already, this is the card, my card measures 5.5 by 5.5. So this is 5.5 by, 5.5 by 11 squared, and 5.5 by 5.5. Then I already glued these layers here. So I have the gold layer, 5.25 by 5.25, and then my white paper and pattern paper are 5.18 by 5.18. For the mechanism, I'm going to start by folding, and all of them, on all of the score lines, or like little stitched lines, they're all folding to the same side. So they're all folding in. So go ahead and fold all of them. And then diagonal ones as well, fold it in. And then I'm going to grab my bond folder, and I'm going to make sure it's nice and crisp, especially because this is a moving mechanism. So just burnish on all of the folds. And we decided on this one, instead of doing score lines, like the embossed lines, to do this little stitching, because Sometimes, depending on what type of cardstock you're using, some of them might not show really well. So this will just make, this is just the easiest. This is, you can see, you can feel, and you can fold easily. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to glue these 2 side flaps in. And these 2 side flaps, they're not really like part of the mechanism per se, but they just make this part of the mechanism a little bit stronger. So I like this idea of having it stronger. So we added the flaps. Then I'm going to bring this into my card. And the other thing, you kind of pre-fold this here too. So you have diagonal lines and you have one horizontal line here in the middle of them. When you start pushing this in, it will create this kind of shape, so kind of like an arrow. And I would burnish this too, like once it's folded, kind of just give it a little burnish as well. So just making sure it folds nicely. So the first thing, you're going to have your like arms of the mechanism on your right side, and this flap towards the fold. And it's going to go all the way flush to the fold. And you can position it kind of just eyeball in the center, or if you want to bring it a little lower, just kind of play with it. And so once you have this positioned where you like it, kind of make sure it stays here, you just hold it. And I'm going to add glue onto this flap here. And I'm going to close the card. And I'm using liquid glue right now, so I'm just going to let it catch there. If you're using score tape, you know, you can open already. So you can see it's right here. And I'm going to just give it a little burnish this way. Now I'm going to grab the ring. And I'm going to put the arms inside of it like this. So it's on the bottom of this shape here now. And now I can go ahead and close this. So I'm going to fold this flap, this front flap, I'm going to fold it in, and make sure this faces the right way. This ring doesn't flap on its turn on you like this, because it will be really hard to turn it the right way. I'm not gluing it on right now, I'm just kind of letting it be loose, but I'm going to add glue on this flap, so you can see I'm folding it down. I'm going to add glue on this flap here and just drop it down right there. Now you can attach this first, but I think I'm going to attach the top circle first because it's easier to get to it. So this came out from here when I was die cutting. I'm going to use a die cut from the same size. I used yellow cardstock like for the sun. So I'm just going to glue them together first. You don't have to double them up, but again, just for stability. And we already have the white one anyways. So I'm going to add them together. And then, let me see if I have another one. I didn't point out. When you die cut, you're gonna have score lines here, and those are your marks where to align the circle. So this circle on the top one, it's going to be aligned to this line and to the side of the curve. So it's going to be like this. Make sense? So I'm going to add glue on this part here and add this circle. Just kind of line it up, and this circle goes on. Did you show the summer sale products? The summer, do you mean the summer bundle? Yes, we went through the products already, through all of the products. This hinge is the part of the summer bundle. And then this circle, the ring, is going to be attached between the side and this reference mark there. So I'm going to put glue on this here, and then just line this up so the curve matches the curve, and it's going to be right there. And I'm just gonna let it dry just a little bit again because I'm using liquid glue. And then the first time you close it, you might need to help it a little bit. So make sure this is folding correctly. So see how it's moving? So go ahead and close it all the way, and you might need to give it like a little push just for the first time to let paper adjust there. And then when you open it, it's gonna open up like this. So as you can see, I mean, like I was explaining everything, but it's pretty easy to do, right? I think it's pretty easy to do. So then the larger circle, the 3-inch circle, that's the one that I would put here just to close this part of the mechanism. So here I die cut one from the pattern paper, so I can glue them together. Oh, yeah, before I put this on, I'm gonna add something else, but before I forget. So this is the 3-inch circle. Let me see where I have the little piece. Now, if there's nothing wrong with leaving this white, but if you like to, you can cut the paper. This is from the same paper pack to cover this part of the mechanism of the hinge. You love the marks on the die cut, Louis? Easier to line up? Yeah, it's much easier. So the you can just measure this, and I think this is 1 1/8. Yep, 1 1/8. So you can definitely do smaller layer, like the layer, like where's my Halloween card? Like on the Halloween card, we did a little bit smaller, so you can do layer like that. You can do exact size. There's a little bit like perforation shown here on this paper. You can even make it a little bit bigger, a little bit wider to cover those marks, and it's not going to interfere with anything. So if you don't like how the perforation like lines look like, you can't go over this fold here though. Make sure you're not going further because it's not going to close correctly, but you can definitely make it wider this way. And as far as like how long to go here, just as long as it's covered under the circle. So I'm gonna do the little wider one here just to show you the difference. So again, just make sure it lines up just to that, doesn't go over. So make sure it lines up correctly. And then I'm going to put glue. I'm going to kind of like make a little mark here visually for myself while I'm holding finger. And you're only going to go onto this part here. Don't go over the folds. And then I'm just going to add a little bit here, kind of like round it before my finger and this way. And then I'm going to center it on that ring part on the white. And then when we open it now, it looks like 3 of them are moving. Pretty cool and pretty easy. And then you can add your images. You can even add like palm tree, like here, like as long as things don't show like outside of the card. So like this would need to be a little lower, right? So you kind of like temporary position them and then see. I'm gonna see if this. I want a palm tree, kind of. I think that would be so cool here, wouldn't it be? But it's going to be. I'm gonna like just dab a little bit of glue here, just to see what happens. Oh, actually, I cannot glue it to both. I cannot glue it to yellow and white at the same time because they're going different ways. So if I go this way, okay, I'm gonna Okay, I'm gonna try to add a little bit here and see how it turns. This is always like experimental. Oh, look, that's pretty. So see, it's as long as it's kind of like comes inside of the card when you close it. But wouldn't that be pretty? Oh, I love it. That's cool. Okay, so you can definitely, like on the Halloween one, we added fences here. So that's why I wanted to add something else, like another element. And you can add, I mean, you can add other things, but for now, this is just to show you how it works. That's cool. I love that. Okay, so then on the front, I die cut with the tidal waves, and I die cut. Let me show you. I die cut from the pattern paper. I use the largest shape from the die set, and you can see this is what I was saying. It's, you know, it's sized to be on the A2 card, but this is a square card, 5.5 by 5.5. But we're still using it. It's like it's nothing to say you cannot use it. So this was die cut with the larger one, and then this measures 5 1/8 by 5 1/8, and then my gold cardstock measures 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, just like inside layers. And I use the smaller one, the second one down, to die cut this opening here. And now that gives us like inlay frame with the gold on the outside and the frame on the inside. So first I'm going to inset the layer that I cut out, that came out from this here. So I'm going just to position this and add this inside. I'm not going to finish the full card, but I just wanted to show you what I was thinking here. But I think it's kind of nice to have not just see finished card, but see like how to, well, especially we had to do it for the hinge. So now I'm going to glue this layer onto my gold layer. Oops. Getting into the openings, into the holes there. Stay. For those of you who ordered the our precision glue bundle, you guys, I want to know, how do you like it? What do you think? Do you love it? I hope you love it. So now, as you can see, when we put this on, it's gonna line up, like the horizon line lines up. And I would definitely pop this layer. I don't have the foam tape right now, but I would definitely pop this layer here. And then you can add, like I would add the palm tree, like coming from the inside and then going on the outside like this in the frame. And then you can add your another puffin here, or you can add even Marcy. Look how cute she's sitting here. These are the little flags that I was showing you that come in the, where is it? In the tidal waves. So the little flags, and see how they have really pretty embossed lines all the way around. So you can add some flags, maybe from pattern paper, maybe not, maybe that's too much gold, but I just wanted to show you. You can definitely add clouds. This is our sun and clouds die. So the cloud would be really pretty. That looks pretty. So this is sun and clouds die. And again, this is included 20% off. So if you don't have this one yet, you know where to find it. So maybe now behind, no, it's still too much gold. So we can do one cloud there, then another cloud on the top. You can mix and match. Of course, add the sentiment. So that would be your front of the card. And then when you open it, then you have another image there.